Hello and welcome to the Overly Animated Podcast, where we take animation seriously. We provide fan-oriented and analytic discussions on a variety of animated shows, movies, and anime, currently featuring Steven Universe, Miraculous Ladybug, the new Powerpuff Girls, and Star vs. the Force of Evil. I'm Dylan Hysen, and today I'm joined by Delaney Stovall.
Hey, y'all.
Today, Delaney and I will be discussing the two latest episodes of the new Powerpuff Girls reboot, The Secret Life of Blossom Powerpuff and Halt and Catch Silico. The Secret Life of Blossom Powerpuff aired like a while ago. The Friday during that bomb, we only covered the first four, and then Halt and Catch Silico aired last night on Cartoon Network, after Cartoon Network has now moved new Powerpuff Girls to Saturday nights and for the foreseeable future. Thank you very much, Cartoon Network, for giving us a heads up on this. As usual, you do it the week of. We're going to podcast Thursday night, and then it's like, nope, you just moved it Saturday night.
JK.
So whatever. I mean, I would say this is a bad sign for the show, but they already renewed it. So like, whatever,
Yeah.
I guess they just want it on Saturday nights. Who knows? But yeah, we discuss the new Powerpuff Girls every other episode or week here on the Overly Animated Podcast. You can check us out at overlyanimated.com or search the Overly Animated Podcast on iTunes, your favorite podcatcher. I'd say since it's Saturday nights now, probably we'll have these up sometime Sunday every other week. I mean, best case, like probably not podcasting Saturday night, but we'll see. So let's get into these two episodes, spoilers for them. Delaney, general thoughts on the two episodes, maybe especially Halt and Catch Silico, which was the newer one.
Both episodes were really good. I really enjoyed them. The Secret Life of Blossom Powerpuff was like a really interesting, like fun episode, but it was really good. Like it was still a solid episode. We haven't really had an episode like too much like it, and that was like a fun episode. And then of course, Halt and Catch Silico is, I think, taking the show in a very interesting direction that I don't think we were hoping for when we first introduced Silico. So this is interesting to see where this is going to go. I thought both episodes were pretty good. I didn't really like Halt and Catch Silico as much as The Secret Life of Blossom Powerpuff, just from like an enjoyment factor. Obviously, Halt and Catch Silico has like a lot of more ramifications for like where the show's going and like in general, like for the Powerpuff Girls. But
yeah,
so I thought they were really good. Like again, solid episodes, good stuff.
Yeah, these are two pretty important ones to discuss, I think, for the future direction of the show. So I'm glad that we're doing them like not separate from the rest of those,
right?
The giant ones. Yeah, I think neither. I mean, I don't know. We'll talk about Secret Life of Blossom Powerpuff. If you take out the 3-minute breakdancing stuff, I think that episode's great, and we'll discuss the rest of that. But Halt and Catch Silico, I can see what you mean. It's one of the least funny episodes of this show, and I can see at least enjoyable. I'm really encouraged though by like them going somewhere with Silico and where they're taking this show. If they're going to do plot episodes like this, I feel like this is like way better of a plot episode than we've had in the past when we bring back the old villains and it's like not very interesting or exciting. I feel like with this Silico episode, they got into a lot of really great character stuff, like which is the show's strength. So I'm really glad the direction we went with it.
And they've created a villain that I think that's the really important thing for this like new direction for this show is that it's not an old villain. Like we've created a new one.
Yeah, I think there's two big things. One is that we're rolling with Silico, which I'm trying to remember what episode that Silico is from. It was one of them, but was it the Viral Spiral? Yeah, it was Viral Spiral.
Yeah,
which is I think potentially the show's best episode.
Yes.
But I think Silico, we're doing something with Silico, giving Silico backstory. Still unsure of what pronouns to use with Silico. He, I think they used he in the show.
Yeah, I think so.
But we still don't know what
Silico
looks like.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, we can just say Silico. But I think we're giving Silico backstories and interesting, and we're using Silico to like. And number two is we're using Silico to like further the character development of
the Avengers plotline.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's not even if it's not a super great plot. Like it was a little bit tired even in the Avengers, but. It's I think it's a great thing to do, like give the villain some sort of like legitimacy, and then their like struggles and have the Powerpuff Girls have to learn from it and stuff. Even if we haven't really seen too much, like them destroying things. But yeah, this is literally just the new Avengers plot. But I'm very encouraged by where we're going with it. I like the Silico's Silico's like making the conspiracy theorist website, and the posts about that were all about character stuff about the girls, and then like the ramifications of Silico's backstory is again about the girls. I feel like this is a really smart direction to go with this character, with how this character affects our main characters, and I am very encouraged for the future direction of the show from that. I would say I think Halt and Catch Silico is a really good episode. It's a different type of enjoyment from the typical one in the series. Yeah. And then the Blossom Powerpuff will get into that. Let's talk about Halt and Catch Silico first, and then we can get into the one. Because I've heard that people really like the I think either people are going to really hate Secret Life of Blossom Powerpuff or really
right.
like it. So it's these two episodes. Blossom Powerpuff I think is very emblematic of the show overall. So
yes,
it's kind of the show in a nutshell. So let's talk Silico. So we were really into Silico when they premiered in
a villain.
Yeah, like I think we're going over characters we wanted brought back, and I completely forgot about Silico, to be honest, because we haven't really touched them in a while. I'm glad that we're not bringing back Packrat, and instead we're bringing back
thank
Silico.
God.
Yeah, so
we had seen Packrat like 3 times, and we were like, no.
Yeah, I'm off Packrat. No more, please. I mean, I'm sure Packrat will come back, but so I think Silico's interesting. I think that he like is representative of the show's modern feel, and we can do interesting things with him. Like we can get into the more techie aspects we got into with Viral Spiral. I think the fight scene in Silico's like headquarters was really interesting visually.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Some of the most interesting action and visual elements the show's had, and just the direct, and also the visual direction they went with Silico's backstory, I thought was really good.
Yeah,
was really kind of like not detailed and like representative of the fact that he's like an outline. And so it's very, very like broad and stuff. And I thought that was really great visual direction to take it. It's very kind of an appealing aesthetic, I feel like, for this episode and for this character. So I was really digging that, and bringing Silico back. I feel like this is a good decision. I feel like this could be. Do you think Silico is like strong enough to be one of our main quote unquote villains? Not that the show really has villains, but would you like to see Silico as like a major secondary character?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think that, especially like what you said about like this villain being like, this is like the villain for this new modern take on Powerpuff Girls. Like Silico's perfect for that. I mean, technology and like being like that, like this is perfect for where we're going. And it's not really the traditional take on like the tech villain either. And I think Silico can become. I think Silico will become Mojo Jojo without the like, LOL, it's Mojo Jojo. Yeah. Like I think Silico has the ability to be like a really serious, like a villain in a way that we haven't seen in Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that if Silico is like the main, like not used for humor villain. I think that would be good. And yeah, definitely representative of the show's modern and use of technology. Just the way they apply Silico in this episode with the muckraking whatever website. I keep wanting to call it the Drudge Report website, but I'll try to avoid the political ramifications. But whatever it is, that's what it is. But it's really falls into what the show is doing with a lot of the online stuff, and this feels like a very good. I mean, to a certain extent, it's like, oh, can't believe what you read on the internet. So it's kind of like a late 2000s plotline, but it's done in a way which is really interesting. I mean, we have the most emblematic thing of this in the episode was like the pitchforks on the tablets.
That was great.
Yeah, like that type of stuff. I feel like that's a major strength of the show. So if Silico's like machinations against the girls are going to be applied through technology and the internet and done in very modern ways, I feel like that's a really good thing, and it's really good to have this villain in the rotation. I feel like it should be one of the main ones in the rotation, not necessarily because Silico's backstory is so interesting or because he's necessarily such an interesting character so far, but more just what he represents in terms of how it can be applied to the show and our main characters. Yeah,
Silico's just like the it villain.
The it villain. Oh man, high praise. Who's number one on our characters we want back now that Silico's back? Who would you say is you the one you like? So the new character we got in the first episode, I feel like the I keep forgetting the Derby-tants, the second episode.
Yes,
that's
please,
one of the big ones.
Derby-tants.
My number one would probably be the Indiana Jones girl from.
Oh yeah. What is her name?
Yeah, these were a while ago. I'm not sure, but yeah, I feel like she would be my number one. Any others you can remember?
Just definitely the Derby-tants.
Okay, we could bring the Derby-tants back. Yeah, well, we'll see if we remember.
We really haven't had that. We really haven't had that many villains. Like the episodes, like
not just characters in general, new characters like that.
Well, I know you want that professor. That
the Spider Woman, the professor's GF, the ship. Yeah, like she's definitely up there too. On the characters to bring back. So we'll see if we get into those. I feel like the show's been overall had a pretty good success rate with new characters.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like that's doing. I mean, granted, that's where the show really is. Like when it pushes itself away from old Powerpuff Girls, it's really where it shines.
And I think these two episodes are kind of a good representation of that. Halt and Catch Silico, they use a new villain, and it's a good effect. And Secret Life of Blossom Powerpuff uses Morbucks again, and it's very tired, and I don't think it contributes a lot to the episode. I mean, I think Morbucks is fine. Morbucks is just such a kind of nothing addition to episodes that she's in.
Well, yes, Morbucks is just like it's just the same thing over and over and over again. Like Mojo Jojo, at least is hilarious. Like
they're going in great directions with Mojo. That's true.
Like Mojo's just so funny because it's like Mojo's a villain, but then he's like, oh, I'm feeding my kittens. To build a kitten army.
I completely forgot Mojo's in this episode. Good use of Mojo again in Halt and Catch.
Mojo is quality. Like I love him.
Maybe the best use of Mojo in the show. The kitten army is very good.
It's quality.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like I'd be fine if we didn't see Morbucks again. I'd be fine if we didn't see the Amoeba Boys. I guess the Amoeba Boys was like the best use of an old villain, but that was only because of Silico. So you know, it's we say this every week, but like the better use of characters is when you go in new directions with old characters, or just bring in new characters with the show. So what else are we missing from Halt and Catch Silico is the use of Mojo, the kitten army. I thought it was all very good. Let's go over the insults from the muck bucket, I guess, and just the beginning of the episode in general. I've completely forgotten now that I'm looking at my notes. Blossom finished a cold fusion generator in the
guys. Look,
why is this in the episode? What did that contribute? I don't know.
And then they broke it. It was gone.
Penguin Pete started global warming to sell more ice cream. This is actually I like that they're actually putting global warming in the conspiracy theories.
Right. Yes.
Like actually satirizing real internet dumb stuff. Yeah. Tiny Mayor found under Mayor's hat. That's a good one. And then Buttercup's like mind blown. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's on the internet. It must be. It's true.
The Haribos are dangerous. And then
most home accidents.
Yeah. And the pokes Bubbles in the eye. That was good too. Mojo plans to cook kittens. Yeah. Yeah. Bubbles puts little hamsters in jail. It's called a cage. That was the best one because it's like obviously true, but just spun in a weird way. The other ones I feel like are not. It's like the Porta Poopy thing, which was and then Baldercup. And Buttercup Bald. Yeah. There's
Buttercup where's the toupee?
Yeah, where's the toupee? Yeah. Those all I think those are all very good. Then they go to Silico, they do the vaguely after what you did to me, and I thought we were going to put that off, but no, this is kind of the Silico Genesis episode. Bubbles is like, let's send those guys back to the DOS ages. That's good. I'm sure the children understand the DOS reference. Very good. Yeah.
Of course.
Friendly fire reference. Buttercup. I thought I was the only one cheating off of Big Joey after.
No, I enjoyed that. When Bubbles hit Buttercup, and then Buttercup was like, that's for hitting me. Like, that was just such a quality sibling moment.
Yeah, it is good sibling moments between the two of them. Yeah. Blossom, I like that the big one for Blossom is Blossom's disorganized.
It set her off. Like, we also haven't seen their new powers in a while, so it was like, and she like brought up thumbtacks. Like, okay.
Yeah, so I feel like this is a new use of the new power. I think that's what they're trying to do. He's like, I'm not like she like glowed purple. It wasn't like she had put a thing around her. I feel like she herself glowed. So I don't know. We have to fact check this with.
I'm not sure,
but it certainly seemed like it was within the realm of the light projections that they've been doing.
I think it was different in that she like made multiples, because like I know like originally it's kind of like they do one thing, but I kind
of wish they'd be a little more specific with what this is. Like it's there's one that, two, it only happens every 10 episodes, so you
Right.
kind of forget about it.
We're like, oh right, I forgot.
Yeah, I think they should incorporate it more.
Well, half the
into
time you
mythology.
forget they have laser vision. Half the time
Yeah,
you forget that.
the new show hasn't done anything with that either. It's like once or twice. So
Yeah, and you're like, oh right, I forgot they can shoot laser beams out of their eyes. It's like,
yeah, it's because I mean it's a consequence of the show mostly just being about their personalities.
right? Yeah,
and
like, it's really not that much. Yeah.
I feel like there's probably better ways to integrate the powers to make us remember them more. You know?
Yeah, I think so, probably.
Yeah. Silico's backstory. They destroyed Silico's robot friends. You wanted to destroy us because we wrecked your toys, says Blossom.
Savage.
Yeah. One day I'll mess you up. He was a hologram too. Dumb supervillain cliches. We should be more careful. Right some wrongs. Dumb superhero cliches. Good job.
He literally hit the escape key. Like, are you kidding me?
Why? If he's a hologram, why would he need to hit the escape key?
Yeah, that's the thing.
That doesn't really make sense.
What?
Yeah. So what do you think's up with Silico? Any theories?
I mean, I don't really think there's like anything going on right now, like for me to theorize about. Like, this is Silico.
Where is Silico? Is this actually a hologram of Silico, or was it, or is he just, you know?
Well, I feel like Silico is like a person. Like, I don't necessarily think Silico is like some sort of being that can like just disappear. So it probably was a hologram. Like, Silico probably has like some terrifying master plan for the Powerpuff Girls.
Do you think we're going so this episode seemingly presented us with what we need to know about Silico. I guess we don't know what he looks like, but what do you think that there's another reveal to come? Like, is Silico someone we know or something? Like that could be interesting.
Well, I find that really hard. Like, how could well, we know Silico's like a kid.
Is that true?
I think. Well, yeah.
Well, so if you look at the ages, Silico was like young, and the Powerpuff Girls were their current age, which is either admitting that they do not age, or Silico's just a kid. Yeah.
Well, no, it was in the episode. Like like that monster that fell. That was like when Morbucks used like monster Uber.
Oh, you think that was from literally?
That was
from
the same
show.
monster.
Okay,
so.
we need. That's a good observation. We need to check that out. Yeah. So if so, then Silico's still like their age, I guess.
Yeah, so I think that's what happened. Like, they were kind of showing, which is cool, that they were showing like an event we had already seen. Like, I think it was that monster from like Monster Uber, and he like crushed the house. So I think that's what's going on.
Okay, really, yeah, very interesting. So if so, I really like that in that it's ramifications from what we've seen on this series. Like,
yeah,
I think that's really good. So that's interesting. If we could have more villains manifest from. So when was the Monster Uber episode? That was
that was forever ago. Like,
that was one of the first ones, right?
Yeah, it was
that
like
first week, and then Silico came in Barrel Spiral, so that would make sense time wise. Yeah, so that could be interesting. I'm interested to see. I guess I'm more interested in the way Silico affects the show with the technology plots than his specific backstory.
I kind of want like kind of like a Bad Wolf Doctor Who kind of thing going on, where it's like,
what a surprise!
Shocker, Delaney made Doctor Who reference. Like kind of having like more like they're going about like their lives and like kind of and like other villains even, and then just having kind of like some reference to Silico. That maybe they don't even notice, but it's like there for us.
Yeah, I've got two theories for you. Number one, Silico is Big Joey.
No way.
Number two, Silico is I forget his name, but he was the candidate for the candidate that won from the.
No, I think what if Silico is that kid that Blossom clearly has a crush on?
Oh, from Secret Life of Blossom Powerpuff, but is he? I don't think he's a real person though.
No, I think he is. I think she's like,
okay. We'll talk about that in that
she's
episode.
In love with him.
I was gonna say that's I want to call him Max, but I think that's just because he looks like the guy from Ladybug. But I don't the kid from that won the election. So I don't know. I think it should be Big Joey though. I think he's the most prominent of the. He's the one that went on the exchange program with the unicorn.
He literally cannot be Big Joey, but yes.
Wait, what do you mean he cannot be Big Joey?
Oh my god! Like, how can you have the
Don't
reveal?
discount my theory like that.
What does he do? Visually, Dylan. Like, what does he do? Turn to the side and it's suddenly Big Joey? Like,
so your problem is Big Joey's too big.
Yes.
Okay, I feel like this is not that big of a problem. He's just a hologram. He can be shrinked.
I mean, you got me there, but
it's gonna happen. Let's make this happen. Big Joey is Silico. I want that to happen.
Speaking of which, There were a few. There was a few times where they made fun of their character designs, and I was pleased.
What were the times?
Or it was like somebody's asking for a knuckle sandwich. It's like, oh, okay.
Okay.
And then there was another one, and now I can't remember what it was. But
we'll see if it's on
quality. These are the things Delaney enjoys, making fun of their character designs.
Yeah. And then at the end, we go to Mojo this episode. Mojo laughing at cat memes on the internet. Cats don't wear hats. Ha ha ha.
Be gentle.
Yeah, why don't you use the door when you're going to beat me up?
That was really good.
That was really
why don't you use the door? Or just fix that wall.
Cooking for kittens to help them get big and strong for Mojo's deadly kitten army.
Was like waiting for it.
Yeah, Buttercup's stoned at this point with Mojo. Yeah. Isn't this literally what Mojo did in the Teen Titans Go crossover? Was it who was it? Was it with kittens? What was it? It was with monkeys.
Oh, monkeys.
So it's literally the same thing. Okay.
This is what Mojo does. Like, he's just a weirdo.
Yeah, just a weirdo.
Love him.
Okay, so yeah, thumbs up on Halt and Catch Silico. Let's talk Secret Life of Blossom Powerpuff. So this episode's very solid in structure. We have the beginning with the just setting up the career day, and we go over club day, whatever, auctioneers club, cheers club, money club, model UN's closed. My entire career trajectory hinged on being Norway and the Model UN club. Now I'm doomed to a life in local government. Good quality Blossom line.
It's like, okay, Leslie Knope. All right.
Yeah, literally Leslie Knope. I like that. She wants to be Norway.
It's so great.
Yeah. So then we have these three Blossom fantasies with first of all, so Bubbles does art club. I think that's good.
Yes, good for her.
I feel like you could also put Bubbles in the programming club or something like that. Yeah.
Yes.
So this is like a medieval fantasy. This first one,
it's so weird. Like they have like British accents.
Yeah, it's very weird. I told you could move at any time, Squire Bubbles. I'm not painting you. I'm painting the chair.
That was really good.
That's good.
Painting the chair. Then Bubbles is like sad about it.
Yeah, and then Cockney Buttercup with the pitchfork spittoons and whatever. Yeah,
that's really good.
Then the angry mob decides the chair is provocative or something. Scandalous. And then there's a robot, and so the robot doesn't really make any sense at first, but then it keeps coming back.
And then it's great.
Yeah, and then we're crushing Buttercup every time, and then there's the boy. So okay, here's the thing with the boy coming. I thought that I was like, okay, is she liking him, or is she liking that he gives her an A? Like, I feel like that's the
okay. I think this is her fantasy. Like, there's a cute boy giving her an A. That is just all of her like life's fantasies. And like,
it could have just been the giving an A part, but in the astronauts, it doesn't really make sense for the second one. Why is this? So this is the guy. Is it supposed to be the joke that this is like the boy that Blossom likes is the nerdy kid?
I guess so.
I guess that's yes, but I feel like it's this is the type of thing that would annoy me, but including the giving him an A part is I guess
really
makes it better.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. We have the Future Astronauts Club, which Buttercup. I don't know if it's clear that Buttercup's in or Buttercup's suggesting.
That's what I couldn't figure out. I was like, is Buttercup in this club?
Because I really like that as the club Buttercup would be in.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's really cool. Because it's not like the beat 'em up club, It's just like Buttercup's into space.
She's not in the Rock'em Sock'em Robot Club.
Yeah, like I think that's they've done a good job with this, making Buttercup's character more than just like punch people. Like I could see Buttercup being into like space and wanting to be an astronaut. That'd be cool. So in the fantasy, the Blossom ship coming down. I like the design on that ship.
That was pretty good.
But Bubbles as the Houston was great, and she like spins in the chair and has a lollipop
under.
Yeah. Just the Bubbles visual with was really great. R2B2, the Buttercup robot.
That was pretty good.
And then the nerdy guy is Vader. And Blossom's like blushing, and then he's like, and maybe more in the future. And I was very confused with all this. Yeah, I'm not shipping this. Are you shipping this?
No, I don't think I ship it. It's just like kind of funny because it's like Blossom. I guess.
Has this kid been in the show before?
I don't think so. But
no,
maybe
I think it's just. I think this is just supposed to be Blossom's ideal guy, that's the funny part. Yeah. The best part obviously is I need to put this under a coaster. Coaster is an act of war, bringing back the Blossom coaster obsession, which is the best. So I'm glad we're doing this.
Saying sorry isn't even great.
Yeah, and she's like the cutest Blossom shot was her like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, and then the Earth destroying robot I guess makes more sense in this one.
Yep.
Okay, so let's talk about the breakdancing club montage. So I've figured out that this is a takeoff of Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. But I googled breakdance rec center movie because it's obviously a takeoff of something, but this is clearly before our time, so I did not know that this was a takeoff of Breakin' 2. But yeah, so a lot of people would say that these 3 minutes are emblematic of this show's awful parts of the show. We get like the rap stuff happening, the hip hop culture takeoff. Like it certainly annoyed me to a fair extent here. What did you think? I
enjoyed it thoroughly.
You enjoyed this? Have you enjoyed the past stuff with this?
Yeah, no, I always love this stuff. It's so stupid. It's great. Also, I love breakdancing things. Like, I will sit, like, as a fan of all of this, like step up movies, like, if there's dancing going on, Delaney's like about it. This is just good stuff. It's so funny. Like, it's just
it's. I mean,
it's stupid and it's silly, and like I think that the irritating part about it is like it's more bucks.
Yeah, I don't even care about more bugs. It's just going in this direction.
Like, it's silly, and they don't. I don't feel like they do it often enough. Like they don't do it so often that it's like super irritating.
Yeah, they don't do it that often. I kind of wish it wasn't part of the show, but I don't. And I also I don't know whether this is at all offensive or not.
That's true.
It's.
No.
I am not the person to speak to this. I could see if someone were to call it offensive, I would not question that.
Yeah, same. I'd be like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, but they did the parody of this movie, then they did a lot of like various movie and song parodies. We had like Thriller and like Dancing and Singing in the Rain or whatever, and they're like, it was too much for me. This was too much. It also took me out of I feel like it was unnecessarily risky with a really solid episode.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know if they view this element as like risky.
Well, I feel like they definitely could have picked like a different club and it would have been better. Like literally any other club they could have thought of.
But obviously they like this element to the show.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel very modern either, so it clashes a little bit with that aspect.
It's just silly. Like it's not anything other than just like ridiculous. Like that's just what it is, just ridiculous.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not a fan of this element, but I also am not gonna like be like this show's the worst ever. Like when they see like the Powerpuff Girls things,
memes.
Like, memes. That's the other part that people are not into. But yeah, this is kind of memes. So yeah, we had that, and then we had all the elements. We had the robot, which the robot was like dancing.
The robot's hilarious. Like the robot, I think. Like at first, it's like this is stupid, and then it's like no wait, this is great. Keep bringing this back.
Yeah, and then
because you're just waiting the whole time for the robot to show up. Like that's great.
Buttercup getting crushed and all of them, and So, but then we get to the actual best part of the episode when they tie this into a big character moment for Blossom, IMO. Yes. And it's like robot attacks. That'd be perfect for the Dystopian Sci-Fi Writers Club, which is the most specific elementary school club that I've ever heard of. That's generous, assuming that they're not in kindergarten.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, well, what should I choose? And then we have Blossoms reading the book of her in the Model UN and all of this, and I just love this as a character moment for Blossom.
It's really good. Like that's great. Have a creative outlet.
Like, this could be the best character moment in the show. This show is full of good character moments, but it's so good because it's getting away from the Blossom personality stereotype and exploring new aspects with her character. Like Blossom is creative too, and like when she had all these fantasies, these were creative fantasies. Like I just really love this and the way they executed it, and that's why, despite not loving the breakdancing club stuff, I do think this is one of the better episodes of the show overall, just because it has such a great it's such a compact unit and has such a great conclusion with the great character moment for probably the show's best character within Blossom. Certainly,
definitely
hammering her a lot,
right?
Yeah.
Well, we've been focusing on Bubbles a lot, and
and now we're back to Blossom. We certainly had the least Buttercup episodes,
right? Yeah. I wouldn't give my child more.
Yeah, Delaney's fave needs.
Yes, my fave.
What do you think though? Do you have issue with me saying it's one of the best episodes of the show?
No, I definitely agree. Like it's it's like interestingly like structured. It's just funny, and definitely for Blossom, it's like we're taking these characters and actually making them into characters instead of caricatures.
Yeah, and
Like
so much of the show is giving interesting character moments, character stuff based off of the perceptions we have of them, and it's interesting enough on its own. But it's like so it's like cathartic when you like actually subvert those moments and build
right.
on these characters.
Wait, no,
which
it's
is what
so
this episode was doing.
yeah, no, this was like completely unexpected. Like it was like, oh, okay, the Model UN opened up. She's gonna go for that, but she didn't. And it's just like it's really great because they're taking these characters and they're like actually they're like real people. Like these are like completely believable like little girls. Like it's great.
Yeah, I think it's really good, and making Blossom not just I really just love the like even if it's just like getting away from Blossom's box, like I also feel like it's a really good direction to go with her character. Like I think it makes a lot of sense with her.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, Blossom has like these freakouts and stuff, and it's like, yeah, those are kind of creative aspects. I love that take on that. So yeah,
and we've had this before too. Like we've had Blossom like kind of have these moments where she like has this like worst case scenario play out.
Yeah.
And so it's just
and
like
I love interpreting that as like creativeness in people. That's really good. Yeah. So overall, I think one of the best episodes of the show, and one of like the most important episodes of the show.
Yes, like we're taking a new direction. And it's very exciting.
So that's very good. Upcoming episode titles. I don't know any descriptions. Next week is Secret Swapper of Doom. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
We have Rainy Day. Finally, we do know what that one's about because we've had the description of that one for a while. The Squashioning, which is
that sounds
Halloween
great.
episode,
oh my god, I can't wait. Yes.
And Electric Buttercup. So there's a Buttercup.
Ooh, yay! My fave, my child.
So that's what's coming up. We'll be back. Potentially in 2 weeks, discuss those next two. Thank you. If you're listening, let us know. Comments, YouTube comments, website comments, Tumblr asks, and follow us. Find all those links at overlyanimated.com. Consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/overlyanimated. Thank you very much to our patrons: Mitch Cordell, Beatrice, Nate, Andy, Jamie, Rachel, John, Ryan, Catherine, Taylor, Devon, Jade, John, Finish, Victoria, Katrin, AK, Feed Mitch, Canarsie, Beach, Jane, Cynthia, Philliam, Buzz Lightyear, Mailman, Rachel Rose, Johnny, Robert, Brian, Cook, Cat, Needle, Diamond, A, Jewel, Garfield, Fusion, Skylark, Patron, Katrin. Last comments, Delaney.
Just solid stuff, and I'm ready for Silico. Like, bring it on.
Yeah, where's the over/under 9 episodes until the next Silico appearance?
Under.
Under?
I'm really anticipating like just kind of like little references to Silico.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends what an appearance is. I'll say over, but I hope under for sure. We'll see. We'll see what they do.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So okay.
We'll see who's right.
We'll see. Yeah. Let's put it. Keep track of that. Put it on the board. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.